are a tackling machine. Just talk about the adjustments you've made to do so well in the league.
I was always taught the ball is oxygen, so get there if you want to breathe.
Can you name this linebacker who's led the NFL in tackles each of the last 2 seasons? Want some hints? He was a multi-sport star at John Burroughs School in St. Louis, where his football coach was former NFL quarterback Gus Frerotte.
Coach Fry has seen it all, so when he told me he thinks I have the real chance to make it to the league, like that kind of solidified my thinking, like this is...
Told you that in high school?
Yeah.
Wow.
His running mate on the football field and the basketball court was Ezekiel Elliott.
What playing with Zeke taught me? Just have fun out there, like just trust in your talent. You play your best when you're enjoying what you're doing.
He was a 6th-round draft pick of the Atlanta Falcons. Now he's a captain of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Give up? Meet Foye Oluokun, maybe the best player you've never heard of.
We're playing smart. We know how they're attacking us. We're doing our job on every play.
And without question,
Keep playing smart.
one of the smartest men in the NFL. He's the son of a chemical engineer and a nurse caretaker who emphasized the importance of education for their 2 boys.
It was told to me I was going to go Ivy League since I was in like 4th grade.
When we started recruiting him heavily, I had an amazing ally, his dad and mom. And they told me that, you know, if he has the opportunity, he's coming to Yale.
You don't even realize how many geniuses are around until you leave. They could be rocket scientists, cancer researchers, you know, in the financial world, they're off doing the most wild stuff. It's like, dang, I was just doing normal ass stuff with that dude 2 years ago.
His brilliant classmates probably didn't realize they were around a future NFL player.
Foye is the most driven player I've ever coached. What makes him him? His drive to make everyone around him better and to push himself to be the very best for his team. There's no limit to what he can do on the field.
He played corner, safety, a hybrid position, and linebacker. But of all the lessons he learned at Yale, perhaps the most important was to pursue his passion.
My whole life, what I was passionate about, what I feel like I knew more than other people about, was sports. I was trying to be the best student I could be. I was like thinking about this finance world. And Zeke gets drafted, and I'm seeing he's going 4th overall, being a superstar. And it's like, what's my genius in life? What am I going to be able to bring to the table that I'm better than other people at? And when you think about that, something that you have pride on, I put a lot of hours in my life into sports, that I'm good at that. At the time, it was a hobby. Why not make that hobby a profession?
At Yale, Foye not only found his future career, but his brand and apparel line.
Ugly Gang. You want me to say the origin story?
Yeah.
Dang. Okay. I was sitting at lunch here at Yale, and 2 freshmen happened to be talking and turning back, looking at me. I said, "What you guys talking about?" You guys clearly mentioned my name, so I just want to know what you're talking about. Wasn't trying to be no bully or nothing. He said, "Who do you think on our team is successful with women?" And I was like, well, I named the 2 guys that I thought did well. And they're like, we think girls talk to you and stuff. I was like, wow, you really think that? And like, yeah, we think you do well, but we're wondering like, why, like how you do it. And I was like, how I do it? What are you talking about? The bolder one of the 2 basically goes, you know, basically we're seeing that you're not the best looking guy, you're ugly, but you know, girls keep talking to you. So I was like, wow.
Were you insulted?
At that time, my feelings was hurt. As I made the brand, people keep on asking me, oh, do you really think you're ugly? And I keep on saying it doesn't matter what I think, because as long as I'm myself and I'm confident in that, like however I step, people are gonna like or they're not gonna like. But at the end of the day, people seem to like what I put on the table. The whole brand logo is the ugly duckling. So the ugly duckling, his whole life, he was different than all the rest of the ducks. At the end of the day, he was a swan. And that's the best bird there is. Dope looking bird. If I'm different from you, if I don't fit in here, it don't mean that it's bad. You know, I'm embracing myself. You gotta love yourself. So the whole, you gotta love yourself. Ugly. There's Ugly Gang.
Perhaps it's fitting that the ugly duck flourished as a bulldog.
Bulldog's so ugly that it's cute. This thing is slobbering, can't breathe, and the bulldog's so unapologetic to anything. They just walk around how they walk, and I love it.
Oluokun was at his bulldog best in his final collegiate game, which was the game against Harvard.
Line and get used to this name, Foye Oluokun.
It just seemed like on every play that they dropped back, he was in the quarterback's face.
Watch 23, Foye Oluokun. Yeah, he's got the quarterback there.
It was one of the most incredible individual performances I saw of any player we've had.
Foye Oluokun with a sack.
Which is perfect way to end my Yale career.
For the first time since 1980, the Bulldogs are the outright conference champs.
So the season's over. I put him up for first team all league. For some reason, the coaches in our league vote him second team, which is really, again, as you can tell, that's something that really, upsets me. I'll take that one to the grave. Like, are you kidding me, guys? Really?
Still seen as an ugly duckling by some, the Falcons welcomed him into their nest. He did not get off to a flying start.
False start, number 54.
That's my first ever NFL play. Later in the game, I'm trying to block a punt. I end up tumbling into the punter. Roughing the punter. All in the first game.
That is Foyesade Oluokun. Yep, that's his name. Played at Yale.
He may not have made a good first impression, but it didn't take the Ivy Leaguer long to show his new coach that he was a quick study.
Very rarely do you find somebody that wants to be so developmental they're going to work their ass off to find a way to do that. His ability to just stay with it over and over and over and keep proving that he could get this done. His intentional practice about getting better was as good as I've ever seen it.
Yeah, Foye!
I can't emphasize that enough.
I see you, 54!
That's one of his superpowers. Like, he ain't backing off.
Where Foye go?
His high school teammate learned that the answer to "Where's Foye"
Bro, you're doing your thing, bro.
became wherever the football was.
Foye Oluokun charted loose. Atlanta's recovered. Here's a throw to the end zone. It's intercepted. Oluokun at the goal line. The learned man from Yale. Oluokun the interception. Are you serious, Foye? Here's Boyle throwing. Intercepted. Foye Oluokun is going to win it for Atlanta.
A guy, I will tell you, got snubbed by not going to the Pro Bowl. They just don't know his name. It's Foye Oluokun.
In his final season in Atlanta, he led the league in tackles. Last year in Jacksonville, he did the same.
When you look at the success we had last year,
There you go, Foye!
he's at the forefront of it. Just a guy that changes culture.
We've been through that fire. It's all about us. We gonna set that tone. We already know how to do it.
A true captain, a true leader by example. Probably the smartest, most professional guy I've ever played with.
Foye is one of the most accountable people, but he's also one of the best teammates. What do you value most as a teammate? Like, he's got my back everywhere. He's always been somebody that helps the guy next to him.
The biggest thing that I want to really impress upon you about Foye Oluokun is I don't know if you really know this. Every time he has a bye week, every opportunity he has, he comes back here. He comes here to spend time with you and the guys who've been before you. This guy does everything the right way, making sure that he puts himself in the best position possible to be the best player for his teammates. For his teammates. Nothing is about him.
I'm always trying to get better at whatever I need to do with my craft. If you guys put their best foot forward and prioritize the right things on the way here, obviously you're here for school, allegedly, definitely. But you're here, to be successful. I was here to do what I needed to do to be successful afterwards. That's my ethos. Y'all taught me how to work here at Yale University.
Congrats on another great season.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I'm really proud of you.
Thank you.
Do you see yourself as the ugly duckling that's turned into the swan?
I don't know if I'm a swan yet. I could be on my way. I love what I'm putting on the table. As long as I'm confident in that, I'm gonna let my wings soar and I can be the swan that I am.